Okay, hello everybody. Today we're here in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 in the Cubcrafters XCub. We have a 53 nautical mile flight from Oscar 52 Sutter County to Victor Charlie Bravo Nut Tree. Sutter County is a freeware airport that I got from flightsim.to. I will put the link so that you too can enjoy it. And we've got a really fun livery for this flight. So this is the Pike Matte livery, which looks like a big flying fish. So looks awesome. We're gonna have a lot of fun. So let's hop into the pilot's seat and get started. Sutter County is by the very talented Kel Sertolio, who has published many airports on flightsim.to, and I've flown out of many of them on my channel. They are all fantastic. So big thanks to him because I really love his airports.
Parking brake.
Alright, as we get everything started up in the Cub, let's go through the flight brief. So if you watched my previous video along the Hudson exclusion zone, that was fairly complicated. And this flight will be the opposite, so this will be a nice, simple Sunday drive. We're taking off from Sutter County, which is an untowered airport, which is beneath the Class Charlie airspace of Sacramento, so we'll remain underneath that airspace. We're going to fly heading 220 on departure, and then pick up Interstate 505. Follow that south, and that should take us right to Nut Tree, which is also an untowered airport. Should be scenic, and we've got this awesome fish livery to enjoy along the way. We'll get our CTAF frequencies dialed in here, and we'll verify everything's set up, and our GPS looks good. Sutter County traffic, November 359 Golf Charlie, taxi runway 35, Sutter County.
752 Tango exact tower, runway 20, cleared for takeoff. 752 Tango, cleared takeoff 20. 12 at Mike.
We're running today with the XCub Performance Plus mod, which helps out with a lot of characteristics of the aircraft.
Tower, enter right base, runway 20. Right base 20, Cessna 50, uniform. Cleared to land, traffic short final, traffic departing. 702, cleared to land.
Sutter County traffic, November 359 Golf Charlie, departing runway 35, straight out departure, climbing 2,500, Sutter County.
Okay, no delay off the runway then. 653, runway 20, taxi via Juliet Mike Delta, cross runway 12 at Mike.
We have some low scattered clouds to deal with today, so I'm keeping the altitude to 2,500 for the trip so we can stay clear of those. Normally I wouldn't want to fly that low, but the entire trip is flat with plenty of places to land if I get into trouble, so I think we'll be fine. Ground handling for the Cub is still a bit of a nightmare, I find. In particular, when the tail wheel lifts off the ground, the entire plane wants to rocket off the runway for me, and it's really difficult to hold center line. Now once you get into the air, everything settles down and it flies like you'd expect, but I'd prefer that it handled more like the Savage Cub on the ground.
7 kilo pop, departure from the ramp supply that's on risk, wind 2006, altimeter 3008, and
make our initial turn to our 220 heading. Everything looks good, and we are on track, so let's sit back and enjoy that awesome flight simulator scenery. Okay, how about that fish livery? I admit, I looked for an excuse to do a flight with it, so this flight was just so I could fly in the fish plane, and it was cool. I also wanted to fly out of Sutter County because, as I mentioned, Kel Sertolio does a great job in airports, and anytime I find one of his, I want to do a flight out of it. So be sure to check out the video details. You can see the links for the livery and the airport so that you too can enjoy them. So if you enjoy content like this, be sure to click that like button, subscribe, and leave me a comment. As always, thanks a lot for flying along with me, and stay tuned for further flight adventures.